guys, it's Gina, and welcome to my channel. If you're new, I say welcome, and welcome to the Crazy Lady. Today is Motivational Monday, number 4. And we are already, this is going to be our month-end week. And my personal experience this week was hit and miss. I'm going to be honest, every single week. Of course, Thanksgiving was Thanksgiving. I didn't track. I just did whatever I wanted to do, spent time with my family. Oddly, I didn't find that I wanted a whole bunch of the junk. Like, for instance, normally I would have made a lot more desserts. And I made something that I like, but I'm not like in love with. I just told my husband, you know what? I'm going to make the banana pudding because it's basically what you like. We've already had a pumpkin pie this season. So literally, that's what we had for dessert. And then I had one helping of potatoes and gravy and one helping of stuffing. And that's it. That's the extent of the sides that I made for Thanksgiving. We had the ham and the turkey that was both cooked. Well, we had two hams. One cooked traditional because that's what my husband prefers, so I made that. And then my son made a turkey and a ham, a spiral ham, and he put it in the ground, cooked it overnight. Oh, they melt in your mouth. They honestly do. Now, I will say that after like the second day, they seem a little drier. So I don't know if we need to let them completely cool down before you take them out of the broth. I think that might be the key. And for Christmas, he's wanting to do pork tenderloin or a pork shoulder roast. I'm not sure, something pork. And I want to throw in a prime rib. We're already planning what we're going to eat on Christmas. But you know what? That's okay. The deal is we have to not do those things all those days in between. Holidays are totally fine, but I got this way because I didn't care what I ate every day of the week. You know what I'm saying? So that's how my week went. How did your Thanksgiving week go? As far as the rest of my week, pretty much every day except 2, I got all my water in, did my exercise, and I ate pretty much on track. But I tried really hard to, like on Thanksgiving, now I only ate half a bagel. I'm not a big bagel person, and I didn't want to stuff myself, but I ate half a bagel a Thursday morning. And then before lunch, which we had lunch very early anyways, we had it at 11 because the kids went over to her side at about 3. I had something else. What did I have? I had a little snack. I don't remember what I had at like 9:30. I had a banana. So, I did. I didn't eat specific calories, but I'm trying my best to get at least 5 to 6 meals in a day. Yeah, and I'm counting snacks as a meal. I try to at least get something flowing in this body. And you know what's interesting? I'm hungrier all the time. And what's the word? I am thirstier. I am desiring water now, which is so cool to experience. So there's that. So make sure that you tell me how your week went. I need updates. And in saying that, I just want to say thank you to everyone who is involved so far. Currently, we have 18 people doing this. We had a really good experience. Week 1, we had 10 people join. Week 2, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And last week we only had 1. So here's my little request, is that you share these videos, that you, get them out there to people that maybe you think could benefit from being with us, even if they don't participate. If they're watching them and maybe leave a comment or 2, I think it'll help them along. So that's what, me personally, I'm just asking you to do. Now, I'm not saying that's part of our this week's goals, but I would love for you to do that. But so I did get to talk to several of you this week, not all of you again. And again, our meeting place is in this week's video for this week. So if you have any questions or any advent during that particular week, you go to that video and comment there. And I did get to speak with several of you yesterday, 4 or 5, maybe 6 of you. It seemed the general consensus was about the same. Did pretty good, didn't stay exactly on track, but all in all, didn't fall off the wagon. There was the few that kind of ventured a little bit farther away than they should have, but pretty much as a whole, all the other days stayed on track. Now, I'm about middle of the road. I'll be honest, I'm just going to be honest. You know Gina, she's going to tell you. Okay, I'm not much of a meat eater. I don't know how much that you all know about that. I have to think about eating meat. And there was a period of my life, 3 years, that I didn't eat any meat at all. And could very easily go back to that lifestyle. So I go to bed, right? And I'm just uncomfortable. I mean, I'm like uncomfortable. It's cold here. It's raining here. I'm like sweating. And I'm just uncomfortable. And I, all night long, just toss, turn, sweat, upset, put my hair up in a bun on top of my head because I couldn't stand it touching me. And I got up the next morning and I said, you know that term that you've heard all your life that you just don't really know if it's really true or not? Yeah. Gina had the meat sweats. Like, no lie. I promise you, I think that's what it was. I don't know that I'll ever do that again in my life. I was miserable. It's not that I ate a lot of food, but I ate meat a lot of times. I was miserable. It could really turn me off meat again in the long run. Like, I know for a fact that I will never, ever eat meat like that again. Even if it was good, because obviously it was good or I wouldn't have kept eating it, right? But that night I was just miserable. And I think it was probably the sodium. I did drink a lot of water that day, but I also blew up like a balloon. Thank God that weight came back off. But like the next day I was up like 3 pounds. And I know it was the sodium in the water. I know that. But it panicked the Gina. So it caused me to think really, really more seriously than every day since then about what I put in my body, the amount of sodium that I put in my body, and could I deviate from a meat meal and eat just a salad or a soup? And I did that often. I got to talk to Peggy, and Peggy, she's funny. She's retired, and she just thinks that retirement should have helped her along, but in reality, we all know that don't really happen all the time. But she's doing pretty good. And I got to talk to Sandra, and she is she tries to eat 6 meals a day and drink water, but not as much as she should. That's how her this week went. I got to talk to Michelle, Music Mom. I believe she got back to me. Michelle always does good. If you don't follow her, she's very, very helpful, keeping you motivated in the fact that she exercises 6-7 times a week. So way better than I am in that arena. I got to talk to Christy, and that is Christy's Weight Watcher Adventure. And she said, oh, she's funny. She's comical. She said the first week, no light at the end of the tunnel and digging a hole, and it was you just had to read the comments way back in the first one. But she said she had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and Monday is a total reset. I love that. Today is a total reset. Let's all take that into account and just start over, because today is a brand new day, right? We can do this, girls. We can do this. Let's see. I did get to talk to Athena over at Fat Life Unfiltered. She's been battling a migraine. So had I. That the beginning of last week. Me and Athena both at the same day, a couple of days, had a migraine, but she said that it's almost on the outskirts for her. Mine's completely gone. Thank God for that. So I believe that Athena must be doing pretty good too. Um, and she's funny. She said, I genuinely feel like the crazy lady. She's laughing about it. Um, but yeah, Gina the crazy lady. And I know y'all know that. And if you're new here and you don't know yet, Gina the crazy lady. But Athena was feeling like the crazy lady. Now, Stacey at Stacey So Crazy, she also does videos. Hers will be up today at about 3 o'clock. She couldn't release hers this morning like I did, but generally we're going to try to post ours at around the same time. She's doing this on her channel as well and trying to get her group of people motivated. Also, she will post the same exact weekly goals as I do over on her channel. And again, that's Stacey So Crazy. And because we be crazy girls. And then I did get to talk to Diane, my girlfriend. Now, I don't know that she's actually following this program with us, but she is always, always doing videos. That she's from England and she has a lovely voice. I love to hear her talk, but her channel name changes quite frequently. But I believe it right now is Diane space hyphen Zestism, which is her website, zestism.com. And she's a juicer. She loves to juice, and but she's very motivational, and she is a Motivational Monday video as well. Hers is completely different than ours, but go check her out. Love Diane. Philip commented. Philip Gibson comments on every single one of my videos. Now I'm just going to ask right here, Philip, are you Philip? Are you a girl or a boy? I am dying to know that answer. And if it's Philip, I'm so glad you're here. I love that a guy would be here. But very, very supportive. And then I got to talk to Melissa. Now, Melissa also has a channel as well. Melissa Valanuva. I'm going to spell it because I'm probably not going to say it right. Villanueva. Valanuva. And the last time we talked this week was she's doing 3 squares, 2 snacks. That's awesome. And did a little bit better before the Thanksgiving holiday because at work it was easier for her. And I totally understand that, especially if you plan and get things in advance. So she's doing great. I think that's everybody that checked in this week. And so all of you who are in the program, because that's not 18 of you, all of you that are doing the program but didn't check in, and you'd rather check in another way, leave a comment below and let me know how you would prefer to check in. If you don't want to do it here, that's 100% fine. I do have a gal who did give me her email address, but I haven't actually got to speak to her this week. So we're going to have to make a little plan on catching up. Those of you who do not want to put it on this particular channel, you're certainly welcome to email me. And again, that's Keys, Keyes, Haven of Hope at iCloud.com. And so for this week, this is the plan. Okay, you're going to drink your water, of course, and you're going to eat your 3 squares and 2 snacks. You're going to get your exercise in. Now, for those of you who already exercise X amount of times, which right now it's just 2 times a week, if you already do more than that, then you need to motivate yourself to do something more. And let us know what you're doing more than you normally do. Let us know in the comments below, and that in itself will motivate people. Okay, so more than those things, what we need to be doing this week is we are going to track our food just for this week. I'm not saying you have to track it every week. Maybe for this week and next. This is an experimental thing that I want you, no matter what you eat, write it down. And I'm not saying you're going to do this forever. That's not going to be part of Motivational Monday, because honestly, a lot of people get discouraged if it's too much. If it's too much, you're going to stop. And I don't want to ever discourage. I only want to encourage. But this week, get you a little tablet, something you could write in. In my case, I'm going to be using Pearl. If those of you who don't know my planner, I have an empty page just ready for Pearl. And we're going to write every single thing that we eat, and then I'll film on Sunday for Monday. So every single thing that I eat, I'm going to put on these 2 pages, and I'm going to track my water as well, just to make sure that it's getting in there. Of course, there's other, I have other pages where I've decorated it. But I used to be a part of a group that was planner related. But if you want to see the front of her, you can see her. And her name is Pearl. But this particular page is just specifically for my food, and I'm going to put every single thing that I eat in there. But if you'd just rather just use a tablet, I don't care what you do. No one's going to see it other than you. I'm not going to ask you to share it with me. Of course, you can share it with me if you want to. You're certainly welcome to do that. Take a photo of it, snap a photo of it, email it to me if you want to. That's fine. And we can go through item by item what we think that we could, do better on. But the point of this whole motivational week is so that we see every single thing that's going in our bodies. Everything. I don't care what it is. If it's a peanut, if it's an M&M, if it's 40 M&Ms, if it's 100 M&Ms, all of those things we want to know. And the sole reason is that so you have a point of reference to say, oh, wow, I don't do that anymore. Huh? Isn't that awesome? So you have this point of reference, and every now and then we'll do a tracking week. Okay, so if you already track, you're already a tracker, I want you, instead of tracking, I want you to take another form. You can even use your planner pages or make a photocopy of a blank planner page or just a sheet of paper, and I want you to plan out your week in advance. In advance. Plan out your week, how you see that your week could be accomplished as a productive, healthy, moving toward our goal week. Whether you accomplish it or not, if you already track, I want you to plan out your week in advance. Do it today, and let me know in the comments below that you did it. And if you want to share your plan with me, I would love that. I'm not saying you have to share with me unless you want to, if you actually accomplished it. But I would love to see what you planned out to have for the week. Again, you could snap a photo of it and email it to me to my email address. One more time, Keyes, Keyes, havenofhope@icloud.com. Or you can leave it in the comments below. You can't leave a picture there, though. This week, I'm so blessed and grateful that you're all here. I love that you're all here. Way too long of a Motivational Monday video, so Gina gonna cut it down. Gonna go. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. God bless.